Hello, friends and curious people. The Templar Fund webinar will begin in less than 60 seconds. But first, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for visiting our website. The Templar Fund is proud to be counted among the world's best performing hedge funds in 2019. The purpose of today's webinar is to give you an inside look into how the Templar Fund earns these notable profits. We will also show you how to join us so that you too can enjoy profit for yourself. Thank you for your time and attention. Enjoy today's webinar.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the official Templar Fund webinar. We're so glad that you're able to join us. This webinar was previously recorded and is not presented live. We wanted you to be able to watch it on demand whenever it is convenient for you. Right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as we take this opportunity to show you the inner workings of the Templar Fund. Today's webinar will cover these topics. What is the Templar Fund? How the Templar Fund earns profit. How the Templar Fund transparently reports results. The deposit process. The dividend payment process. The redemption process, and temp stablecoin price peg. Trading temp in dark pools and third-party transactions. Let's start with the big picture. What is the Templar Fund? The Templar Fund was founded in 2018 and is the original blockchain transparent hedge fund that protects investors against loss using its own stablecoin known as temp. Let's break that sentence down piece by piece, shall we? What is a hedge fund? A hedge fund is a pool of investment capital that is used to make trades. A trade occurs when a fund buys something and sells it at a higher price, earning a profit. For example, if you were trading cattle, your goal would be purchase a cow at, say, $1,000 and sell the same cow for $1,100, earning you $100 or 10% on your investment. Instead of trading cattle, however, the Templar Fund's primary trade assets are digital currencies. So, what are digital currencies and why is the Templar Fund interested in trading them? Digital currencies are very similar to the US dollar or sterling pound. They differ, however, because they are not issued by a central government authority. Instead, they are created as a result of people using them for transactions. In other words, digital currencies exist because people have been using them since their invention in 2009. Presently, the market cap for digital currencies is greater than $250 billion US. This figure continues to rise as more people make the decision to move to a decentralized financial market. The most important thing about digital currencies is that their values experience fluctuations over time. It is these fluctuations that allow us to trade and earn profit. Remember the cattle example a few moments ago? If the market for cattle were flat, we would have a hard time selling a cow for more than $1,000. We might have to wait a very long time for the price to rise to $1,100. In fact, if the market stays flat over time, the price may never rise or fall enough for us to make an attractive profit. This is why fluctuating value is important. The trading term used to describe this fluctuating value is volatility. Digital currencies, unlike cattle, are attractive trade assets because their price is volatile. Another important reason why we choose to trade digital currencies is because they are easy to buy and sell. If we traded cattle, we may have to invest in and maintain physical barns and trucks, and not to mention the inconvenience of buying food for the cows to eat. Digital currencies, however, are electronic assets, meaning the Templar Fund can buy and sell them from anywhere on Earth over the internet. This ability allows us to service people from every country without restriction. If you wanted to trade on the New York Stock Exchange, you would have to be a U.S. citizen who is an accredited investor. That eliminates 99.99% of the world's population from having a chance to earn profit from the New York Stock Exchange. Digital currencies allow us to open the doors to anyone on Earth who wants to build investment income. We want you to realize that digital currencies are a worldwide asset that trade 24/7 every day of the year. Okay, back to our definition. What is temp and how do we use it? Temp is the Templar Fund's very own stablecoin that serves several important purposes. Foremost, when an investor sends capital to trade with the Templar Fund, we issue the same amount of temp back to the investor as proof of his or her investment. Think of temp as an account statement or receipt. Then we earn profit each quarter. We pay the profit to the investor as temp. At any time, the investor can send his or her temp back to the Templar Fund in exchange for the return of his or her funds in a process known as redemption. We'll talk more about this later, but for now, it is important for you to know that our temp is not only backed by investor dollars, but the Templar Fund has pledged our profits since 2018 as a way to ensure each temp continues to be worth $1, giving investors a guaranteed one-to-one liquidity opportunity. This makes the Templar Fund special. Okay, let's review what we've learned so far. The Templar Fund is a hedge fund, which means that we aim to buy and sell assets to achieve profit. The Templar Fund trades digital currencies. Digital currencies are easier to trade and manage than a bunch of cows. Digital currencies allow us to trade every day of the year and with any person on Earth. We issue temp to our investors, which acts like a receipt and is also used to protect against loss. Now that we've learned the very basics of what the Templar Fund is, let's talk about the thing you're really interested in. How does the Templar Fund earn those famous profits? Since 2018, we've earned our clients more than 80% return on equity. Let's dig deeper into how we do it. We already know that the Templar Fund uses its investment capital to buy and sell digital currencies, but making profit isn't quite that simple. For example, if we use our capital to buy Bitcoin when the price was at its all-time high in December 2017, we would have been down more than 50% by February 2018. It is foolish to simply buy an asset and hope that the price goes up to earn profit. This is not what the Templar Fund does. We earn profit no matter if the market moves up or down. So how is this possible? Before we take a look at an actual trade, let's talk about the cows again. Suppose there are 100 cows for sale at the cattle market for $1,000 each. Instead of buying 100 cows, we purchase one cow for $1,000. If the price rises to $1,100, we earn 10% or 1% of our buying power, which is 0.01% overall. That's not bad for a single trade. However, let's suppose the market suddenly cools off and the price of cows falls to $900. We buy a second cow for $900, making our position size 2 cows at an average price of $950. If our goal is to sell the cows when the price rises by 10% above our position size, now we only need to wait until the price reaches $1,045 to make a 0.2% profit overall. If the price continues to fall, we will buy a cow at $800, one at $700, and so forth, which lowers our position price. If the price of cows crashed all the way down to $500, our position price average would move all the way down to $750. At some point, we believe that cows are worth a respectable value, so we expect the price will eventually recover to our profit exit point. This makes it possible for our trade to begin at a price point of $1,000 and still be profitable if the price falls and recovers to, say, $825, which would earn us a 0.6% profit. Let's take a look at this principle in action with a real Templar Fund trade. On August 26, 2019, at 1:20 a.m., we're trading 24 hours a day, remember. We purchased 79 Bitcoin contracts at a price of $10,626 US, hoping the price would rise and we could sell them at a profit. However, the price fell after we opened this position. Similar to the cows example, we began purchasing lots of 79 contracts at lower prices. You can see they're here. We bought a lot at $10,413.50. Then we bought another lot at $10,201. Then we bought additional lots at $9,988, $9,775.50, $9,563, and $9,350.50. But here's where the magic happens. Because we lowered our position average cost, we were able to sell the entire position, which was 553 contracts, or 7 lots, when the price recovered back up to $10,020. Think about that for a moment. We began buying our assets at $10,626 and exited with a profit when the price was $10,020. Not only does the Templar Fund buy digital currencies, earning profit when the price rises above our position's average price, but we also sell digital currencies short. This means that we earn profit no matter if the market is rising or falling. Let's consider the cows again. In this scenario, we have enough cash to purchase 50 cows and also own 50 cows ourselves. When we arrive to the market with our herd of cattle, the price of a cow is $1,000. We sell one cow at $1,000, hoping to buy him back at a lower price, and buy one cow, hoping to sell him at a higher price. We expect that the price will change plus or minus 15% during the livestock auction. We will buy another cow every time the price drops $10, and we will sell a cow every time the price rises $10. Let's assume that the price drops to $850 during the morning trading hours and then rises to $1,150 after lunch. Let's also assume that the auction will continue, without end, 24 hours a day, every day. When the price falls to $850, we will have bought an additional 14 cows, giving us a total trade position of 15 cows and an average price of $925. Also, when the price reaches $850, we buy back the cows we sold in the morning, earning a $150 profit. When the price later reaches $1,150, we sell the 15 cows we bought during the day for a profit of $2,450. Added to the profit from buying back the earlier cow, we have earned $2,600. Also, keep in mind that as the price rose past $1,000, we were selling another 15 cows to eventually buy them back later. As you can see, this seesaw action of buying and selling cows allows us to profit from the naturally occurring waves in the market. If the market were flat or performed as a perfectly straight line, this approach could never work. The great news is that this is the chart of an example digital currency known as Ether. As you can see, there are plenty of waves and big swings, meaning we earn profit reliably and comfortably every day. As you might imagine, buying and selling digital currencies every hour of the day is a complicated and burdensome task. It is further complicated by the fact that the up and down waves come in different sizes, at different times, and for different reasons. To fully conquer the market, one must possess an incredible understanding of it, as well as an amazing amount of computing power. The Templar Fund is well endowed with both ingredients of this recipe. Foremost, it is managed by a retired Wall Street hedge fund manager with plenty of experience in markets and corporate finance. Our management team decided to leave the rat race of New York City and pioneer one of the world's first and best performing digital currency hedge funds. This team spent more than a year to develop our own in-house, fully automated trading system. The Templar Fund can process market data in real time, 24/7, without restriction of peer. It can conduct millions of trades per week and manage hundreds of simultaneous trade positions, each perfectly calibrated to take advantage of current market conditions. It can outperform any team of human operators, as it can place hundreds of orders in less than a second, never gets tired of working long hours, and is always calculating real-time data in a quantum fashion. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how the Templar Fund reports its results. As I mentioned previously, the Templar Fund is completely transparent on the blockchain. In other words, this means that every single trade we've ever made, as well as every single client deposit, dividend payment, and redemption is seen on the Ethereum blockchain. This is very important because it gives you, our potential investor, evidence that our trade activities, published results, and client base are 100% real and accounted for. The Templar Fund posts 3 types of reports. The most important of these reports is the quarterly earning report. Each quarterly earnings report looks like this. Following the title page, table of contents, and disclosures is our quarterly earnings summary. This page contains the gross and net return on equity earned by the Templar Fund. The data includes visual graphs that chart our daily balance and our total compounded return on equity. There is also a narrative provided by our fund manager that details the previous quarter's trade activity and our outlook for the coming quarter. The Templar Fund also posts 2 other types of data every 10 days that you can verify on the blockchain. These data are our trade records and our treasury records. Our trade records contain a blockchain verifiable report of every trade we made on behalf of our clients. You can check each trade's transaction ID to ensure that we did, in fact, make the trade. You can also verify the accuracy of our reported results using this data. Our treasury records will allow you to verify that we provided temp to all incoming deposits, that we paid reported dividends to all temp holders, and that we honored every redemption request by swapping temp for USDC. As you can see, the Templar Fund is not only successful, but we make it easy for you to independently audit our operation, which is the foundation upon which our business is built. Are you ready to get started? Let's talk about the entire investment process, step by step. To make a deposit, click the How to Invest button on the top right corner of our website. Scroll to Step 2. Click the Treasury address link, which will pop up this window. You can send ETH or any ERC20 tokens to this address as long as it's listed on Uniswap. I recommend that you send a stablecoin such as USDC or Tether in order to lock in the USD value of the investment without slippage. If you send something other than a stablecoin, we will swap it on Uniswap to determine the value of your deposit. I also want to point out that the Templar Fund never requested any personal ID information from you, not even an email address. We roll in new deposits on the first day of every new quarter, at which point we airdrop your temp tokens. This means that any funds you deposit during the first quarter will be included in our second quarter investments. And similarly, any funds deposited during the second quarter will be rolled over into the third quarter and so forth. On the first day of the next quarter, your deposit will receive a 1-for-1 amount of temp. This protects your investment and confirms that we are investing on your behalf. We will trade your funds without interruption, 24 hours a day, until you initiate a redemption. We will announce and credit profits on the last day of a calendar quarter. These dates will always be March 31st, June 30th, September 30th, and December 31st. Let's look at a specific example. If you deposited $1,000 on February 15th, you will receive 1,000 temp on April 1st. We will trade your funds and announce your earnings on the last day of the second quarter, which is June 30th. If we earn 10% for you, we will send you 100 temp to the address that holds your 1,000 temp, giving you 1,100 temp. We will do this every quarter until you make a redemption. To redeem any or all of your investment capital, simply return the temp to the address from which we sent them. If you need a reminder, you can find this address on our website by clicking the How to Invest button in the top right corner. From this page, scroll down to Step 4, Redeem Profits Capital. You can then select the Treasury address link for a reminder of the address to which you should send your temp. Within 24 hours of receiving your temp, we will send you a peg value, which most often is 100 to 98, which represents our 2% redemption fee in USDC. You can always send in as much or little temp as you want, anytime. Please note that if you redeem your temp prior to the end of the quarter, you will not receive a dividend. Let's take a closer look at the significance of the peg. The temp stablecoin can always be redeemed from us for its peg value. If the fund remains profitable, the peg will always remain 100 to 98. If we lose capital in a quarter, which has never happened before, we will subsidize the peg from our past earnings, giving our investors protection against 1/4 of our compounded earnings amount of realized loss. In other words, the Templar Fund could lose 25% and our investors would be shielded, as they are protected by the peg. You are also free to resell, swap, or trade your temp on private and dark pool markets at any price of your choosing. Many of our clients trade the future value of temp with other investors in order to gain improved liquidity. For example, you may find someone who will purchase your 1,000 temp for $1,050, as the buyer who would be expecting future dividends from us. In this spirit, we are welcoming third-party DAPP development using temp and temp futures. We hope that you enjoyed our presentation today and the opportunity to get an inside look at the inner workings of the Templar Fund. As we've stated before, we welcome clients from any country on earth who have the desire to earn with us. We consider it an honor to trade along with you, sharing profit and success together. Thank you for your time and attention to our webinar. We wish you all of the best for health and wealth in all of the days of your life.